Hi guys, it's Tom Cassidy here, and I'm here with Bryan Sykes. Bryan has put together a 13 by 4 system for how to be an effective leader. And it's an amazing system. It looks beautiful, and Bryan's going to be talking us through it today, just at an overview level. But first of all, Bryan, I'm going to get you to say a couple of words to the viewers, just a little bit about yourself and what the program is designed to do.
All right, first of all, thank you for your time. I know it's quite late there, and so I always appreciate you for spending your time so generously.
Delighted
Um,
to be here with you.
I thank you. But my background is quite unique in that I have a background in neuroscience, although I'm in the investment management arena. So I've been dubbed as the behavioral finance expert. So much of my work, if you will, with investors and entrepreneurs really is about helping them discover the science of human judgment and decision making, which are two key assets that they need to make good decisions. So the idea behind reasonable leadership was how can I usher them into a system of action that not only where they can have the tools, but it will help them establish principles by which they're making choices and using judgment. And that's the whole cornerstone of reasonable leadership. It's really
Fantastic.
a system of action that looks at the functions, it looks at characteristic activities that will help you do things in a very reasonable way, which is the exact opposite of much of the leadership that's out there today that says, okay, if you're great, and I heard a quote just today, it says, great leaders do great things. So then I'm wondering, okay, what is great? How do you qualify that? How
Yeah,
great do you have to be?
that's lovely. Now I've popped up the screen share so people can see this. Do you want to just quickly talk about how you've kind of designed the program? Can you see that, the wheel?
Yes, yes.
Lovely.
I wanted to focus on, since we're talking about doing things reasonably, I wanted to focus on what I call the H factor. So if you notice, all the domains begins with a H, and they're all metaphorically dealing with the body, how we experience the body, because that's where the human decision making and judgment comes from. And so it follows heart first, hand second. So literally heart, out of the heart flows the issues of life. So that's those intangible things that we can't see, we can't feel, but that's where decision making comes from. And then hand is literally what you put your hands to do. The head is the system, so it's the organization of all those things. And then the habits support all three. And so it's heart, hand, head, habits.
Lovely. And the overall guide is to show people how they can be reasonable leaders, which you've defined as this sentence, the tagline. What's the thinking behind defining it like that?
The art and science of thinking and acting reasonably simply is this: thinking and acting reasonably is a quality that will work in leadership anytime, every place, anywhere, hands down.
That's phenomenal. I love it, Bryan. That's a lovely overview. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a bunch of shorter videos where we're going to be talking about these individual areas. So by the time you watch this, they'll have all been done. So go and click around and see some other beautiful videos where Bryan talks about stuff. So that's I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for your time, Bryan. Appreciate it. I know that you're in Toronto at the moment, and it's relatively late for you, but not quite as late as it is for me. It's 2:30 in the morning in the UK, and I'm kind of on sort of transatlantic time at the moment. So this is just a reasonable late night rather than a crazy late night. But this work is so important, we can't really wait for when we're both on the same continent to actually record this stuff. So again, thanks very much for your time, and look forward to having your wisdom and insight into these reasonable habits, this reasonable thinking, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you.